Hello everyone, this is a Happy Anime Cafe Manager here with another, with a new project in the works. So anyway, I bought another game from the virtual console. After beating the first game, I believe I should move on to the sequel. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I was a bit close to downloading Trials and Tribulations next, but I had to do some research on which is the second game in the series, and so the second game is Justice for All. I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. I only made it past the title screen, but didn't exactly start to play. I wanted to, since I haven't played this game yet, I wanted to do a first play for this walkthrough. I had seen clips from other games, but no, not this one, not Justice for All. So I think this is a good opportunity for me to do a walkthrough project for this game. The kind of feeling I like is not knowing what's next, and put my intelligence put my critical thinking to the test. Let's see. Before I get started, I think I have a couple more things to say. I could have gone into done Apollo Justice next because I did watch the entire walkthrough for that game, but I decided to just wait until my memories faded a bit, so I don't know. So I have a little knowledge of what to do in that game. I did want to play Dual Destinies, but none of the GameStops that I've been to have a copy in sight. Anyway, let's see the events unfold. The Lost Turnabout. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Ugh. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Why didn't he just say a few minutes later? Ouch! My head! It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning? Ah! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Well, wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I saw all hopeless loss, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off, leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget that what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings and always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting real strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me some kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here we go. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Huh? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From our conversation, I can safely say that I'm probably a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone, please, tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is the one dream I won't be waking up from? That same day at 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Byrdie. Or is it Byrdie or Bird? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. What's my dog's problem? My dog wants to leave my room and then she wants to come back to my room. Make up your mind, Pebble. Actually, it's not my dog. Not my dog, but it's my mom's dog. Now then, are you ready? I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must take this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I did. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again? Please bring Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. There we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. Welcome back, Dick Gumshoe. Has it been that long since we last saw him in the first game? I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters. Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path. Sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes. This autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything's in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepted it into evidence. Crime photo 1. Type photograph submitted as evidence by Prosecutor Payne. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yup. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the plus button. The plus button? You really know what you're talking about, huh? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I could find. What was it again, the plus button? Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? All I have is a cell phone. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Dustin's autopsy report. Time of death, September 6th at 6:28 p.m. Cause, broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. Received during the preliminary hearing. Glasses. Found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Crime photo. The victim fell from the walking path above. Press A for details. You can also switch to profiles. Maggie Baird, age 22, female. My client, the only thing I can recall is that she's a policewoman. Dustin Prince, age 30, The victim and the policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant, Maggie Ferris. Winston Payne. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Dick Gumshoe, 31. Age 31, male. Detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed the criminal's glasses and was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that this is. That on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? This evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Decisive evidence. Okay, part of the witness testimony. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During this date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write down the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence in glasses, it's hard to say he's not the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see the name clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2. Type photographs. It's added to the court record. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain this dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it, I'm counting on you, sure. But what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witness's face. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Decisive evidence. While your penalty markers are indicated by something that looks like a life bar instead of exclamation point. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During the day, his date with the victim was pushed from the bench area. He managed to write down the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. You can also present with the minus button. Swing the remote like you're presenting evidence to do just that. Time of death. Body was also covered in bruises. But was his death instantaneous? The culprit's name? Yeah. I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but was that the name of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't me. I know that the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know that you found the contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's finding a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. This piece of evidence in the glasses, it's hard to say she's not the culprit. Something's off about this picture, like, if we were to die from his neck snapping, then Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, I thought... You don't sound very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection denied. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. And you are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground. There were scratches on the fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If it really was him, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up. But I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Enlighten me. About this presenting evidence. Okay, when you're listening to testimony, you can compare it with the court record. If you do that, you're sure to find contradictions in the witness's statement. Contradictions? Well, there are many reasons why a testimony might contradict the evidence. The witness may be lying, or maybe they're just mistaken. And you still have no idea what I'm talking about. When you find a contradiction, open the court record to find the item you need. And then I present that evidence, right? You got it. You can also present people's profiles as evidence. With so many items, make sure you present the right thing. Sounds complicated, but I'll give it a try. You're pretty good at this. Wow, being praised by a pro. I don't know what to say. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are from nearsightedness and almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID pal. What should I do? Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definite proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed down any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you are saying, detective, is that you have nothing but that proves those glasses are my client. Something like that. What? I see. So there is no longer proof. Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut. During this date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal, if you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby. Yeah, there's not a lot of room left on my camcorder, so I gotta end the episode.